Uncle Gold Clips.
Tell me a few more topics that are really, really big for people. And one that I especially emphasize on this podcast is personal development and this whole kind of mindset thing. I feel that, especially on YouTube, when you're doing like videos about yourself, that there is a personal development to it. Especially on the first time, if you're not used to being in front of a camera, like taking a camera, putting yourself out there is kind of a big step for people. And I think with time, as your channel grows, you're kind of confronted with more and more of these like things that are on your psychic level, emotional level, like exposing yourself a little bit more and all of that. So I feel that YouTube kind of has it automatically ingrained in how the process goes. But where are you currently on, what are your thoughts on personal development, improving yourself, working on yourself, inner game and all that stuff? And maybe the question right afterwards, which is also kind of connected to personal development for me at least, is money. And I know that a lot of people start YouTube just because of money, to make an income, and not just like because they're enjoying videos, but more because they've seen like, oh, I made $1 million on YouTube, right? And then want to jump on it. What are your kind of thoughts on these two topics?
Well, but first of all, with personal development, like it's a quite loose term, obviously, so it can encompass a lot of different things. But for me, like the kind of way I view it is everything I do in terms of personal development, in terms of improving my skills, I try to do them with things that are definitely going to have an impact on what I'm doing. So like, I kind of think that a lot of people can get so caught up in the personal development space and learn a lot of stuff that isn't necessarily relevant to what they're trying to do. So like, for example, I could read loads of books on how to start like a tech business, or a different kind of business that's not what I'm doing right now. And sure, I could learn from them, but like in my like immediate viewpoint, like something like building an email list, and speaking better on camera, and writing better scripts. So I just read a book on storytelling. I can't remember the exact author, but it's really good. What was it called? It was like Effective Storytelling, I think was the name of the book. And like things like that I just know will contribute to my videos, and they'll contribute to me as a person as well. And like, for example, if I was to read a book on effective consulting, or how to build a personal brand, that obviously feeds into what I'm doing. But I think, some people can get so caught up in that idea of like self-improvement, which is very important, but they can try and improve things that don't need improving in some ways. So like, I don't really get too caught up into the kind of the whole like routines and the kind of, the mantras and the kind of habits, the habits of highly successful people and stuff like that, because I think we can learn a lot from them. But for me right now, I'm an individual, and what someone else has done and what's worked for someone else might not work for me. That's my big mindset with it. So I try to like build my own habits and my own routines, and my own, like I source my own information I think will feed into what I'm doing, because otherwise I could just get so conflicted with all these different viewpoints of like, you should do this, you should do that, you should like have this business, you should grow your business like this, you should start waking up at 5 a.m, you should start sleeping into 5 p.m. You could like read all these like kind of conflicting things, and I think a lot of it is just down to like, does it work for you, and does it feed into what you're doing on a daily basis? So storytelling, for that book I read, which is technically a personal development book, that has a huge impact on what I do. It's going to really help me. Like, I picked up some interesting takeaways over like how to structure my stories and different techniques and stuff like that. That's going to help me. But if I was to read a book on how to start a Silicon Valley $1 billion company, that actually, I'd probably learn a lot from it, but it won't feed into what I'm doing right now. And in that case, it's not really relevant to me, I suppose.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see the full version, go to the Uncle Gold Podcast YouTube channel or watch the next clip.